Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to a movie review. And I'm slouching and I'm making a video in my nose. Oh my god. Allergies must be kicking in for me because everything is crazy. As you see, I'm still dressed from work. I'm tired. I started at my third shift job last night. Same company. Anyways. Anyways, but we're not here to talk about that. We're not here to talk about my job, my personal life. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about a movie review. Yes, another movie review. I know, pretty much on a roll watching some new movies. I watched a kind of cool movie. It's called Aries. Not the way you think it's spelled. It's kind of spelled like R's. Ares. Not really a word. I know it's not a word. But that's the way it was spelled. It's what it was basically about. And it's a really cool, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm already going to recommend that you watch it. It's a very, very good movie. It does have subtitles, but they do speak English sometimes in the movie. But a lot of the times it's subtitled. And I always keep subtitles on just because I think I've talked about this before. I would watch movies late at night. So, when that happens, I would, watch subtitles, keep the volume down, and really, I wouldn't be able to hear what their voice sounds like, really, or much or anything. Oh, good God, again. And, basically, sometimes it's hard to tell if it's all English or foreign titles, and this one was kind of mixed. I don't know. I can't explain it. But anyways, it's basically about this guy who's a fighter. He was a fighter, and then he had a stroke, heart attack, one of the two. Kind of similar. But anyway, he had one of those, so really he couldn't fight anymore. But his sister gets wrongly put in jail. She got guns planted in her house. And the government is very, very, this is a futuristic France, I think. Yeah, it's a futuristic France. France is where this movie takes place. So they're really, really, overseeing the people. They really watch what everybody does and says and everything like that. And there's a lot of homeless people. There's a lot of people that live on the street. And only the rich people, or even a little bit below them, is the ones that have homes. And the other people, they don't have very good places to stay, or they have to do different things to get money. And also something that comes up is that fighters now, they have something like the UFC, but it's more darker because you're allowed to inject the athletes with basically drugs, like steroids, but this is like super steroids. So what happens is they plant the drugs, or they plant the guns. I don't think about it from home. That's just good about my third shift job now. My wife's gone to work. Anyways, but I do have a light on. I'll be turning it off when I go to bed. But they plant the guns in the sister. They take her to jail. And they tell the guy. I'm kind of giving away a little bit of the story, but it's very, very interesting to watch. They tell the guy a certain amount of money he has to get in order to get his sister out of jail. And he's like, all right, cool, I'll do it. And they set him up, and the only way he knows how to make money is to fight. So he's going to somebody trying to say, hey, what kind of drugs you got so I can fight, so you can inject me, and I can make this money to get my sister out. Whatever. Cool dude. Cool plan. He goes, and at first he has to go get his sister's kids, which they hate him. And the teenager is like, whatever. For some reason, he has a neighbor that's, what do you call that? a transgender, but he's probably not a woman. He's still a guy. You can tell. But he dresses as a woman. Whatever. Hey, uh, if that's your thing, that's your thing. Hey, I ain't gonna fret over it. I'm just saying, it's kind of weird it's in the movie. But hey, let's be fresh about it. He does. He drops him off. They end up falling in love with this transgender woman. Almost like that this, I don't know what to call. I don't know what her name was. I can't remember what his name was. Um, what their name was. I think it started with an R. I'll just call him R. So R watches the kids. They fall in love with R, and because it did start with an R. It's like Rael or Razul, something like that. They're in France, some kind of name like that. So they kind of fall in love with him. So every time he's going out to do stuff, they usually stay with him, and they whatever, because he's still a him. You can still tell it's still a guy. He hasn't had all the surgery yet, so okay. Um, so he's going out trying to fight, and they inject him with this drug. And basically, what the drug is doing to the guy is they tell him, like, every other person, this is what happens. And what they tell him is that you have 5 minutes to knock the person out, because every other person that we've given this drug to has died after passed out and died. Every person we've given this drug. And he's like, okay. And right before the fight, he tells this other woman, like, hey, whatever happens, will you look after the kids of my sister? And she says, okay, just to keep an eye on them. It wasn't Razul, it was somebody else. A bunch of stuff goes on. I'm going to tell you this right. This movie shocked me. There was a lot of things going on. A lot to do with pharmaceuticals, with the drugs going on, with the fighters. The UFC thing was kind of cool, what they showed of that. It wasn't really like, they didn't show like a full-on like because it was really like basically they went to some warehouse and they had cameras set up, and it's like if you went to shoot a YouTube video in an abandoned warehouse and there was nothing else there. You went to some creepy ass thing to shoot a YouTube video, and then you went home, and then they gave you like $20. That's what it would be like. And we're talking about like Jacksepticeye or PewDiePie shooting a video like that, getting $20. That's what it felt like. Like that's what it kind of like. So it's like okay, but they got paid more than that in the movie. But anyway, the movie was really, really good. It shocked me. It was kind of, I think it was foreign. I think there was mainly subtitles in it. But like I said, I keep subtitles on all the time anyway. It may not have been subtitled. I don't really know. I don't know. I think it might have been. Because it's international. It said an international action movie. But yeah. I always watch horror movies. So I've been trying to find some different kind of genres. Action. This one was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I think that if you want a different kind of movie, this is really, really kind of a cool movie. Ares. Ares? Ars? Ares? I don't know how you pronounce it. However you pronounce it, that is the movie. You should check it out. It's really, really cool. It's a pretty interesting movie. It's not a horror movie. It's not. It's kind of just a dark, futuristic movie. And I kind of like those kind of things. This one kind of goes in another direction. What's really funny is, what is it? They go into the first time he goes into, because I don't think he really met this neighbor. He just knew him. And there was like some website. And he was like a cam guy. And I guess the way he made money was that he did things. He was constantly being filmed. And he would do things on camera. Transgender guy. Thought that was kind of weird in the movie. And he's like, hey, will you watch my kids? Okay. It's like if you would have done this ahead of time, you probably would not pick this guy. to watch your kids, your sister's kids. But I don't want to tell you what happens. I don't want to ruin anything because there is kind of a twist near the end of the movie. So I don't want to tell you. I'm just going to say that the movie is not too bad. It's a pretty good movie for being a relatively, pretty much an unknown movie on Netflix. And I think it's from like 2014, 2015, so it's been out a while, but probably is not a movie you probably ever heard of. This was like an international movie, and it was probably a French movie. Yawning. French movie, so you probably never heard of it. So, there you go. Aries, Ars, Aries, Aries, Aries. I don't know how you say it. See the title? That's how you spell it. Ares. Check it out. It was seen on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be on there for a little bit. Usually these B movies stay on there for quite a long time. Yeah. If you want to check out a cool app, check out Upflix. If you're a Netflix fanatic like me, I like it because it tells you what expires and it'll actually notify you when they add things to Netflix. Very, very cool. Upflix with 2 X's. You'll know it, you'll see it when you look for it. Anyways, that's all I got for today. That's my video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Ares, pretty good movie about a fighter in futuristic France, that country. I'm kind of goofy because I need to go to bed. It's early, but I gotta go to bed because I've been up since pretty late. And I'm getting kind of goofy. Anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna go. You guys have fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Keep rocking. Keep on watching movies. Later, guys.